All right, Flickstalkers. So my next story, I will be talking about an Ezra Miller update. So the last episode, I talked about how he was being accused of pretty much kidnapping this young girl from grooming her from the age of 12. And then, he sent for her, to live with him for a while and whatnot. The parents claim that he had kidnapped her for the most part, pretty much kidnapped her and, put her on all kinds of drugs like marijuana, LSD, what have you. Now we have an update because I don't like to just put out that information and just say, this is fact. That's what was being alleged by the parents. Okay. Now we have an update from the girl herself. And I was actually talking about this in that last chat video this past Wednesday, just a few days ago, guys. I was like, I can't wait for her to come out. So as of yesterday, she did come out. I believe her name is Tokata Iron Eyes. Okay. And she has come out on Instagram, on her own Instagram, and is speaking her truth. So I believe she's of age now, 18 or 19. This is what she has to say about everything. And it's a 2-minute thing. So I'll just let her speak about what's going on with this Ezra Miller situation and if we should believe what her parents are saying or believe what people are saying.
All right. Hi guys. Hi folks. I've become aware that some people are saying that my statements were not written by me. I'd like to clarify that they are, in fact, directly from me. Nobody is controlling my Instagram account. I don't have a phone right now out of my own personal conviction. And honestly, it's really distressing that the narrative of the victim in question is not being granted any trust. I worked really hard to make really clear what was going on. And if the statements are too profoundly contrasting to whatever assumptions those of us have garnered and have chosen to carry, I'd like to say that it's nobody's business and that no one is owed a story or an outcome. This is my life. These are my decisions. And I'm disappointed in my parents and the press in every way. Thank you.
Okay. So I got a couple things to say about that. Obviously, I wanted to let her speak. So what I think about this, first of all, her vocabulary is through the roof. She is using a lot of expressive, adjectives and whatnot. But, that aside, I think that points to the fact that, she wants to be taken seriously as an adult. The fact of the matter is, though, I believe it's Iron Eyes, Tokata. I'll just say that. The fact of the matter is, these allegations were happening while you were underage, while you were supposed to be in your parents' care. Unless you were emancipated, which I don't believe you were, you're not an adult yet. You don't get to make those decisions. That's kind of what it is. This may be your life, and yeah, you're in possibly a rebellious stage. I was too. I had mentioned earlier in the stream that I come from a family of divorce. So there would be, times during ages 14 through 18, even after high school, that I was living off and on with my mom and dad. I was arguing with both of them. I was butting heads a lot. Did I feel like I was an adult? Absolutely. Was I an adult? No. Okay. Mentally, I was not. And I'm just telling you that as someone that's like twice your age right now, just experience wise. Not like she's ever going to see this. I'm just saying this for the context of, you know, the story and for my chat and my audience here. But I thought I had the world by the balls at her age. I think we all did for the most part, or we wanted to go out and be our own person and stuff like that. And we're acting a little more grown than I think, you know, we're ahead of our years and whatnot. Experience will definitely, you know, smack you into reality and it'll definitely show you a thing or two about how grown you think you are, you know, in certain situations. I will just say that, especially when you're in your darkest. What I do agree is that it is no one's business. What they should have done instead is somehow reach out to her, because she has this active Instagram. I don't know if other social media. They could have easily just reached out to her before they even put out her parent statement. I will just say that. They could have done it all in one article. Yes, this is attached to Ezra Miller, who is, you know, all the buzzwords and stuff like that. It's going to read for headlines. So I do want to kind of not offer a retraction, but I was a little mean to Ezra in my last video, saying that if this is true, he's a piece of shit and stuff like that. I did state this by saying, if this is true. But sometimes the passion comes through, at least for me, to where it's like I'm almost saying that accusations are fact, and I don't want to give that impression that I think accusations are fact until all the pieces fall in line. I'm just going off of what she's saying here and what the parents allege. She didn't talk about any details about her being, you know, meeting him at 12 or anything like that. She's saying that one thing that did stick out in my mind, she doesn't have a cell phone on her own accord. It's really hard to believe, not saying that this is, you know, that she's lying. It's really hard to believe that at age 18 or around that age, you don't want a cell phone, yet you have social media. Why would you have a social media and no cell phone? Those are not clicking with me. Those are not clicking with me. And you know what? It's not just me saying it. Read your comment section. I don't know why she would leave this comment section open, because a lot of people are saying bad things and they're not. You know, I'm not going to read them. You guys can read them for yourselves. But so kind of iffy, kind of sus. I will just say that to not have a phone. Or does someone have your phone and they're just not giving it to you? That's another thing. One thing that the parents did bring up during the first video that I did talk about Ezra Miller. So if her statement is true, that she's there kind of on her own, you know, free will and whatnot, that kind of lightens the blow a little bit, at least on Ezra. But they're seeing, and I'm not going to show this video because it's a TMZ video. It'll claim me. It'll claim my video, whatever. It'll block it. I just think that he's not putting her in the best situations for being so young. It shows them partying in clubs and stuff like that. And it's like, we all know clubs for the most part, like 99% of them are 21 and older, at least here in America. I know maybe in Europe and stuff like that, it's more lenient and whatnot. But come on, like, you're doing illegal shit. Like, you're not supposed to have under 21 in there. And I think at the time she was probably like 16 or 17 and whatnot, because these are videos that circulated from like last year. Come on. Like, you're doing stuff on camera that's not appropriate. You know, you're not supposed to be in that type of setting. And I know, you know, I don't think I should preface this, but this is all my opinion, obviously. I'm not saying that this is fact. This is just my opinion, that I don't think underage kids should be, you know, 21 and under should be in clubs that are supposed to be 21 and over. And the reason why I say that is because alcohol, it's supposed to be served to people 21 and older. Not saying I was ever a saint or I didn't underage drink, which I absolutely did. And yeah, that's your life. You can choose to do all the drugs in the world that you would like. But the fact of the matter is that you're claiming that your parents have no say in what you do in your life when they absolutely do when you're under 18. So I think they're talking about the statements once again of when you were under 18. Now you're over 18. Now you can go rah, rah, hoorah, and, you know, say all that you want. And that's great that you want to defend your friend, Ezra. Speak your truth. Absolutely speak your truth. But I want you maybe to look at the details that they're talking about and address that, because that's what the fans, that's what people that like Ezra Miller, the fans that do like Ezra Miller, they're wondering, hey, was she being groomed? Like, can you address that at least for us? Can you put our minds to ease a little bit? But you guys let me know down in the chat or in the comments your thoughts on this. Yeah, she still has this video up. It's about 50,000 views. She does not have a big channel, but if you guys want to check her out, she is over here. I'll just put this so if you guys want to read it. Her channel actually, her Instagram just blew up as of yesterday. I just noticed that right now. So when I did look up on her channel, her Instagram, she was like something at like 4,000 subscribers, 3 or 4,000 subscribers as of yesterday. And now she's at 10. So it shows you the power of these clips that circulate, right? This is also something to bring to light too, because I don't want to, gloss over this. So 5 days ago, she did make a statement as well when the first Ezra Miller accusations did come out. I want to say, which is about a week ago or so. She said, I'd like to make a statement to acknowledge the tragedy that is the narrative of the general public and the assumptions made on my behalf by my family and friends regarding my stability and otherwise. I dropped out of Bard 5 months ago. My friend and comrade William passed shortly thereafter. My mind was incredibly impacted and I've needed space and time for the processing of grief. My comrade Ezra Miller, for the entirety of the aforementioned era, has only provided loving support and invaluable protection throughout this period of loss. Okay, so once again, you can read the comments. I would turn these comments off. It says these comments on these posts have been limited, so take that as you will. A lot of some people are saying that this is not coming from her. Some people are saying this is Stockholm syndrome, or this is Stockholmy. You take it as you will. Once again, you guys let me know down in the comments below. I just wanted to offer this update as I did talk about Ezra Miller, and more to unfold, I guess, right? All right, guys.